Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and in today's live video, I'm going to be talking to you about the eBay spring update for the USA and also what my overarching thoughts are and analysis on what this means for you as a seller. Now, apologies that it is a day late. I did hope to get this video out yesterday. Today's Thursday, the 1st of March. And these updates were posted on Tuesday the 27th. Now, the UK video went out on the day, and I was hoping to get the USA one done yesterday, but time got away from me. It was a busy one. Now, with that said, that's a good thing because it's given me more time to sort of, what's the best word? Sort of get to grips and understand the nuances of the seller updates. Also to have some conversations around what this means for sellers and to try and dig a little bit deeper into the general thoughts and feelings of this spring update from eBay. Now, regarding the US update, it is a 95% carbon copy of the UK one. So I'm not going to repeat myself a ridiculous amount. If you want to find out the sort of big details, the main changes that are going on, if you click show more down below in the description, you'll see the link to the UK video. That is a lot of what, in fact, I think everything which I mentioned in the UK video applies to the USA as well. If you're watching the recording, I'll stick a link up here. Now, there are a couple of changes, a couple of different things with the US update, which I'll touch on here. Exactly the same thing with the product catalog. Same brands are going live with that. Shipping enhancements, obviously not Royal Mail, but with USPS, stuff like that, things are changing, and the demands of what buyers are expecting are changing. There'll be a phase-in period, phase-out period. Also down below is a link to an article over on esellercafe.com. Go and check that out, and that puts it all in plain English, so you can find out all that you need to know. Growth tools, exactly the same. Seller hubs getting a increase. Promoted listings are getting an increase. Stores. Now, this is where there is a change. So, or not a change, but a difference. In the USA, they're actually introducing 2 additional store levels. So you are getting a starter store and also an enterprise store option. Now, that's as well as the current basic, premium, and anchor. In the UK, we call it featured instead of premium, but same thing, same levels. They're adding 2 more in the USA. So for beginner sellers that list more than 50 items each month, the new starter store subscription will provide the necessary tools to help grow a seller's business. The yearly subscription works out at $4.95 a month. Monthly subscription works out at $7.95 a month. Pretty much a Netflix subscription. And you get 100 zero insertion fee listings included in that price. Now, the enterprise store subscription is for the high volume sellers with additional upgrade options and benefits. So the enterprise level subscription is, well, $2,999.95 a month. That's the yearly subscription. Works out of that a month. And for that, you will get 100,000 fixed price listings with no insertion fee, and 2,500 auction style listings in collectibles and fashion with no insertion fee. Enterprise store subscribers will also be able to purchase additional zero insertion fee listings in add-on bundles if they intend to list more than 100,000 items a month. And for 10,000 additional zero insertion fee listings, it's $250 a month. And for 50,000, it's $1,000 a month. Also, there has been some other changes to the existing store plans. So basic subscription goes from $18.95 to $21.95, and basic store goes from $24.95 to $27.95. Non-store subscribers exceed their 50 zero insertion fee listings will see insertion fee change from 30 cents to 35 cents. Starter store subscribers that exceed 100 zero insertion fee listings will continue to pay an insertion fee of 30 cents. Basic store subscribers that exceed 250 zero insertion fee listings will see their insertion fee for each fixed price listing change from 20 cents to 25 cents. No changes for premium or anchor on there. Now, firstly, you might think, wow, for all intents and purposes, $3,000 a month for enterprise is a lot. The reality is there must be an audience for it. Otherwise, eBay wouldn't waste their time bringing that out. So yeah, that is obviously aimed at the top 1% of sellers who are operating at that level, at that number of listings. Yeah, I mean, it sounds mind-blowing to me, but there must be an audience for it. Scrolling on down past our store changes, exactly the same things happening to stores in the US. So SEO benefit, getting rid of the custom designs, simplified returns, same as the UK, 30-day, 60-day, top rated plus, couple of exceptions, seller protection. And then they mentioned payment intermediation, basically Adyen. Again, we don't know anything new. They've basically just reiterated what they said when the news came out in the earnings call and Devin Wenig at the Goldman Sachs thing a few weeks ago. Again, if you want to find out more about the Adyen thing, there's a link down below in the description to a video I recorded a couple of weeks ago about that. So go and check that out. And that's basically it. That's the only real difference was that the US is getting some additional store options, a couple of starter and enterprise, and obviously the delivery thing will be different, obviously, because you guys will have different couriers and different delivery rates out there. So excuse me, that's why let's move on to the analysis of what's going on. So over the past, since Tuesday, I recorded a video, which again, link below, on the UK news. And overall, I didn't think it was a terrible eBay update. And that clearly riled at least one of you because somebody disliked the video. And I totally get it. It's my opinion. You probably one of the sellers that are sort of fell through a crack somewhere and is going to be quite worse off. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what this actually means and the sort of finer implications of this eBay update. So, yeah, in a nutshell, the UK and the US, the product catalog, guaranteed delivery or premium delivery, and returns are the three big topics that are going on. There are other issues for different locales, but we're focusing on the US and the UK. We had hoped for more information about the payments thing with Adyen, but that was not forthcoming. We will have to wait a few more months before we start seeing any news on that. Now, the big thing, which obviously everybody's worried about, is this Amazonification of eBay listings. And basically, just like Amazon do, you have one listing and maybe 10 sellers all selling the same thing, but only one of them will get the buy box. And as we know, about 70% of buyers will click the buy box. So how is this going to work for eBay? There's lots of, again, different ways, and this all comes down to data, structured data. This is what eBay has Devin has said this numerous times. At the heart of it, we're a data company. And it's absolutely true. You see what they did with image search last year. And I think as we're going to see eBay move more towards machine learning and AI, and all of a sudden these things are going to allow eBay to do some very good targeting with their data. So what does this mean? Well, like the best example I could give you is this. I'm here in Manchester and I'm looking for the latest iPhone. And my business partner, Matt, is based down in Bristol, which is about a 3-hour drive away. And he's also looking for the same iPhone. And we're both looking on eBay. The reality is the listings that I see from my locale here in Manchester could be very different to the ones that Matt sees down in Bristol. They can use location. Because unlike Amazon, where everything, especially if it's FBA and Prime, you automatically, get a boost. And it's in an Amazon warehouse somewhere. And here in the UK, it's very easy because there's usually a warehouse in near one of the major cities which can give you at least next day delivery. Now, what if there's a good seller here in Manchester who has the iPhone, who can give me that iPhone with free next day delivery? But he can't do free next day delivery to Bristol due to location, or maybe even same day delivery. Let's use same day delivery. That's a little bit more realistic. So someone here in Manchester buy an iPhone on eBay, they can offer me same day delivery because they're using a specialist Manchester courier. And Matt has the same thing. There's a seller down in Bristol doing same day delivery. And we could both see very different results on our same search. And I think that is the direction that we're going to see eBay go. We're going to see a lot more of this localization come into play because it makes sense. This is how eBay competes with Amazon. Aside from them ever having their own warehouses, which would be a huge mess, not impossible, but which would be a huge task for them to compete with, or utilizing someone else's delivery network. Again, we talk, could be Uber, Deliveroo, whoever it might be. Other than going down that route, this localization is the next best thing. It's the closest way that they'll be able to give sellers the best listing for them, the most convenient listing for them. And that's the direction where I think this is going. So unlike Amazon, where one seller gets to buy a box, the reality is on eBay, we could be in a situation where hundreds of different sellers get the buy box, but it's shown in different locales around the region or the country or the nation, whatever. And that becomes very compelling because then it's not just one seller getting massive as they're getting more and more sales and more traction and more sales history and going further up the search and more ratings and more reviews. And as long as they don't trip up, everything's Gucci. The reality is this is a great way of sharing sales across more sellers and ultimately keeping you in business. I'm not saying that's how it will work, but that's how I would envisage it working with what we know so far. Because right now, the reality is a lot of sellers out there who are scared and petrified. And because from the way that eBay released it in their statement, it sounds like all the listings of the same thing are going to be compiled into one simple listing and one person is going to get the buy box. I don't think that's going to happen because eBay at its core only works when you sell a product. We have to remember, and this is the thing that has been not winding me up, but I think it's the thing that a lot of sellers are losing sight of right now. It's like, oh, typical eBay, the big guy trying to crumple the small sellers. No, that's not what they're trying to do, because ultimately, eBay's business model only works when you sell a product. That's how they get paid. It's in eBay's interest for you to sell a product. They're not like Amazon. They're not competing with you. And a lot of people forget that. eBay are not your competitor. eBay are there to help you sell your product. So why would they not want to make you do that? Granted, for sure, they want to keep bad sellers away. They don't want, either fraudulent sellers or sellers who can't keep promises, who haven't got the processes in place, who are going to let down buyers. Because remember, this whole marketplace thing is chicken and egg. And that's why, again, so many people I've seen the comments, I've seen the forum messages. Oh, I'm going to move to such and such a marketplace. That'll teach eBay. Like, such and such a marketplace is not big for two main reasons. They either don't have the buyers to attract the sellers, or they don't have the sellers to attract the buyers. It's a chicken and egg thing. You need both in order to grow. And that method of growing is one slow process. It's a slow process. So, I mean, there's been lots of people who've tried over the years to set up a marketplace to rival MadBid and eBid and things like that. Where are they now? eBay is still here. eBay still is growing, and eBay still has hundreds of millions of visitors every month. So the reality is you can come off eBay and go to xyzmarketplace.com, but you are not going to see the same sales that you did on eBay. You're not going to have the same traffic. You're not going to get the same traction that you did on eBay. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're selling like custom things, Etsy will be a great marketplace for you. In fact, if you are selling custom things, you're one of the sellers who may fall through the cracks slightly when it comes to dispatch and delivery time. But that's just the way it is. And this is the thing, is like I see so many sellers who are doom and gloom about the whole thing. And you have to realize that you as a seller are choosing to sell in eBay's marketplace, and they set the rules. That's the reality of it. If you've built your business on the back of eBay, you need to realize that it's their garden and they set the rules. And you always have a choice as to whether you sell on there or not. Can your business survive without eBay? Maybe you're doing great on Amazon. But then I'd be even more wary, because Amazon is a competitor. What happens if they source your stock directly and start competing with you? I know a lot of people who've gone out of business trying to compete with Amazon because they just cannot compete with Amazon's buying power. So is it better the devil you know, or is it, who knows? But what I do know is that the sellers that win, the sellers that consistently do well, are the ones who don't moan, but instead adapt and overcome the challenges that they face. So yes, there's been a couple of fee increases, and there's been talk of what's going to happen with the product catalog, and how am I going to it's going to cost me more to send items out now because I was sending them in the cheapest possible way through Royal Mail, and now I need to be tracked in order to maintain my TRS. And the reality is eBay is reacting to buyer expectations. And who do you have to blame for buyer expectations when it comes to delivery and returns? Largely Amazon. Amazon has made free next day delivery a reality for many people. And I say free because obviously Amazon Prime is not free. You're paying your £70 a month or whatever, $70 a month, whatever it is, for your Amazon Prime. However, Prime members spend, again, I covered this in a video back on the earnings video that I did, they spend so much more than non-Prime members. To them, it's free delivery. It's worth it. The amount that they would pay in delivery fees, they more than pay for their Prime subscription. So eBay is aware that that's what they're competing with. They're competing with Amazon, who has changed buyer expectations and are continuing to do so. Like, I'm now, if I order something in the morning, I'm expecting same day delivery as an option on Amazon for free because I'm a Prime member. That's what eBay has to contend with. Now, eBay doesn't have the warehousing to do this. So this is where this localization piece comes in. And why then are they telling you to increase your, to give good delivery speed, to fast and free delivery? It's because they want to reward you with the buy box in the product catalog so that you can sell more to the people who are looking to buy things, who are looking to buy things quickly. This, by the way, is hopefully going to help all those sellers who've had an issue with cheap things from China massively. Because if eBay starts showing you localized things first, you'll be able to drop down a search as to price first or fastest first, whatever. And if you're looking for something cheap and you're not sure how long it, don't care how long it takes, then you could buy from China for £1 and wait 3 weeks for delivery. But in this new age of e-commerce customer, where we are getting increasingly impatient, and online retailers have recognized that and have brought delivery times down so we can get that instant gratification. We don't need to wait. That is your market. That is going to be your market. And therefore, having fast delivery, it's going to be a reality. And you also have to, I've seen the messaging. I've seen them. I know, oh, it's going to cost me X. That's going to ruin my margin. I'm going to have to put my prices up, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you are. But guess what? So are your competition. And if they don't, they're going to lose out because they're not going to be offering fast delivery times with fully tracked services, but you are. And that is what is going to give you that trust with the buyer. That's what's going to win you more sales. I get it. It doesn't look good, but the reality is this is what buyers want. This is why Amazon is smashing it right now, because they figured out how to give buyers a great experience in what they want. And eBay is now trying to do the same. And that means that for all the sellers that have been used to the eBay way of doing things, they're going to have to toe the line. I'm sorry, but that's just the reality of it. Same with returns. 14-day returns in the UK was pretty much illegal. Under the Consumer Act, you had a right to reject within 30 days. So, eBay laws don't override UK law. So that's a non-entity as well. It's great. They're actually pulling you more in line with where things should be. This update is great for buyers, but ultimately there's a few sellers out there who are bitching and moaning about it because all of a sudden they're going to have to start selling like a seller should, not how they wanted to, if that makes sense. eBay's just pulling their guidelines more in line with e-commerce in the year 2018. Or maybe in the year 2017. I wouldn't say they're even up to Amazon standards just yet. Amazon's leading the way with what buyers expect. That's the reality of it. And like I said, that's my big thing is like, obviously, I said this at the end of 2017. I think 2018 is the year of private label. It's the year of white labeling products, creating your own brand, building your own brand, because that way on eBay, nobody can compete with you. You will win the buy box in a product catalog because you're the only one with that product, with that brand, with that EAN number, with that barcode. Private label is definitely, for me, a huge opportunity right now. The value adding of products that already exist or that should exist is a massive opportunity. And for those guys, eBay maybe just made life a little bit easier. The key for them, though, is building that brand awareness. And this is, again, that piece of multi-channel, having multiple channels, having a website, building a brand, having a social media presence, having a YouTube channel, and creating a buzz and building an audience. And collectively, not putting all your eggs in the eBay basket, not putting all your eggs in the Amazon basket, but spreading them around and creating that brand for your products. That's the reality of it. And I mean, just having a look now, going through the link here, yeah, returns, deliveries. And yeah, like I said, there will be some people who will fall through the cracks here. There will be. And again, it's just the way it is. There's nothing I can tell you to make that go away, other than you can sit and moan about it or complain, or you can get out your chair, get to action, put a plan together, and think about how you can win from these new rules. That's the secret. That's the only secret as to who wins in this game. Those who learn the rules and learn how to make the most of them and on each marketplace are the ones who win. Those who complain and drag their feet and don't put the things, those who are lazy sellers will never win. That's all it is. I don't know waffle on anymore. I feel I'm trying to make the same point over and over again. ultimately, this is the reality. This is new eBay. This is eBay 2018. This is the direction they're going in. Yes, it is slightly Amazonification of eBay, but ultimately it's eBay recognizing that this is e-commerce in 2018. This is what buyers are expecting from sellers, and eBay are trying to bring you up to speed with that level. And I know the sellers out there who already do this, who already have the returns and delivery things in place. They're not worried. The biggest news for them is the product catalog. And guess what? They'll make sure they're in the best possible place for that too. Having delivery and returns at the right level is already going to be in their favor. There's nothing more to say. That's my analysis of the eBay spring update for both the UK and the USA in 2018. Obviously, we'll see what is more to come over the next few months. Obviously, we'll have the summer update in a few months. We'll probably find out more about Adyen and all the payment stuff. But until then, keep your eye on the dates, the times that things are changing, and be ready. Don't leave it to the last minute. Be prepared. Again, all the information you need is in the links down below. Check them out. If you have liked this video, please give me the thumbs up. If you've disliked this video and you hate everything that I've just said, click that thumbs down button and leave me a message in the comment section. Tell me why I'm an idiot, why I'm short-sighted, why, I've not thought of this, that, and the other. I'd love to hear from you. I genuinely would. And if you're new here, please click the subscribe button and you'll be kept up to date whenever I post a new video. As mentioned in the last video, GDPR is a subject which I do want to talk to you about. E-commerce sellers are largely ignoring the GDPR issue. It comes into play in May. It is going to be important. You do not want to be on the wrong side of that one. So expect that video next week. With that said, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay warm if you're in the UK. I know we're still battling some blizzard conditions here. And enjoy your weekend, whatever it is you get up to. And I'll catch you in the next video. I'll see you then. Bye.